back to another episode of Honey Let's Talk on Afrovibes TV. I'm your host, Cami, and I'm here with my guest.
I'm AJ in this interview. AJ and Anthony, you got two of them. I feel like it's two different personalities, but in this interview, we can go by AJ. But if it's business, anything business, I'm Anthony.
All right. Anthony for business, AJ for social life, just regular shit.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm here with my guest, AJ. AJ, do you want to tell them kind of about yourself, what you do?
Probably don't care anyways, do they? No, I'm playing. Well, yep. My name is AJ. Started off, I came with Houston probably about 2 years ago. I got a football background. Came from Detroit, born in Detroit. Went to college at Wisconsin, played some ball over there. Went to Western Michigan for a little bit, got the master's. Came down to Houston, packed up the car, came down to Houston, got into business, mostly real estate, residential, wholesale, and flipping. And yeah, now we getting it going.
Okay,
off to the races.
Did you come from Detroit to Houston, or did you come from Wisconsin to Houston?
Technically, I did come from Detroit, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So did you come to Houston for real estate, or did it kind of just all fall in place?
Great question. I should have thought about what the hell we was going to talk about. I came to Houston because basically, shout out my boy Brian. My boy Brian hooked me up. I came down here just looking for new opportunity, bigger opportunities. Just wanted to get out of Detroit, see what I can do. But I just knew I wanted to be in Texas as a whole. But I had, me and Brian was in Houston, and I was like, we'll come hang out and start growing this business. So that's what brought me down here. Pack up the car, and we here.
Yeah, you just had a friend out here. That's kind of what happened with me with Cami. That in the last episode we talked about how I just came out here and was like, okay, I have somebody out there. But so when you got here, was it like kind of easy because you already had your mindset on something? Did it?
No, absolutely not. I came out here with a plan. And then, a lot of bumps came with that plan. So just getting through the bumps was the hardest part. When you come to Houston, you're going to get robbed once. Your car will be broken into at least one time the first 3 months. Yeah, and that's just going to happen. But that's small. And then, just finding your lane, finding your niche, what you want to do, how you want to be successful, figuring that out, and then just putting a plan together to go and accomplish it is probably the hardest thing.
Okay, and do you think that, like, you doing real estate and everything is kind of what got you to where you're at now? Did you do anything else other than real estate, or did you kind of, like, just focus your mind on that?
I'd say real estate and networking, I'd say, got me to where I am now. And being consistent, always just being ambitious, being consistent. Being in Houston, there's so many. Everybody has their own motion, whether it's legal or illegal. Everybody has a motion. They gonna get it going. So it just makes you.
You think it was hard to lock in with all the shit that be going on in Houston, like, because it is a party city.
So party city, yeah. It's a party
do you think like you locking into the real estate and like the networking and all that stuff was like hard, or did it kind of just like...
I feel like that's where the two personalities came in, because I started bartending, because in real estate, you work for free. You work for free, you work, and you get paid when you close a deal. That's the only way you get paid in real estate. It's really not many W-2 real estate where you just get...
So would you say that would be the downside of real estate?
You work for free, yeah. You have to have really strong mental toughness to know that I'm going to spend all day working today.
It's going to come eventually, but it might not.
I'm not going to get paid.
Yeah.
But I have to hope that it comes eventually. That's the hardest part.
That's a mindset thing. You have to be like mentally
prepared
and strong.
So in that time, I was bartending. So that's when the two personalities kicked in. I was AJ at night, and the day I was Anthony.
Okay.
And utilized
the double.
Nightlife to help pay for when I wasn't making no money real estate, and then once it grew, I pretty much stopped bartending now. I barely bartend, but that's what definitely got me going for sure.
Yeah, I was asking him that because shout out to him. He plugged me with my first job when I got to Houston. And I didn't even really have to interview. They just kind of told me, do you know how to make drinks?
I showed them. What's in this drink? What is this? My fault. What is this?
This is Luna.
Shit. I ain't never been a drinker, but
it's a killer.
My fault. Go ahead.
How are you a bartender and don't know how to drink?
Exactly. Mature bartender, responsible bartender. You trust me behind the bar. I'm not going to drink all inventory.
If I know how it tastes, I know my customer's going to like it. So, in my defense, that's all.
It never will be, but all right. We ain't going.
But yeah, so how do you feel it's like living over here compared to like back home? Like, what are the downsides and the upsides of being in Houston? Like, do you see yourself liking it? Is it?
I'm not gonna shit on Detroit at all. That's my city. You know, people from Detroit, we just move differently. But it's definitely a culture change completely, from the food to the women to the just lifestyle, weather, of course. It's completely different. So comparing them, you really can't.
Dating in Houston is ass.
What is you said that?
I know I said dating in Houston is ass. It's such a party city. I was like, well, Houston do be having that homegrown.
I'd say, I'd say the main differences is obviously weather, culture. People are different. It's southern versus northern. Food. We have a lot of Cajun seafood places, a lot of crawfish. You know, just southern. There's a lot of southern.
It's good food here, but
delicious
versatility.
I think Houston has the best food.
They do have good seasoning in
the whole country. I firmly believe that.
I agree to disagree.
You go on DoorDash.
I agree to disagree.
Go on DoorDash in Detroit. You can go on DoorDash in any other city.
Go on DoorDash in New York. I promise you,
DoorDash at midnight in any other city. I guarantee you're not going to be able to get you a big pan of roasted turkey legs, stuffed Cajun mac and cheese biscuit on the side.
Okay, yeah, maybe that you're right about, but versatility wise, it's all right. But with all that being said, is there anything that you would go back in time and undo? Whether it be you moving here, whether it be when you got here, whether it be even before you even came out here, or this was an idea in your head, like
business or like
just like you like your transition, like everything you just talked about, from transitioning from school to Houston, the real estate, the bartending. Like, is there anything that you would kind of exclude out of all that experience, or do you think you kind of just needed everything to kind of be where you're at?
Damn, that's a good question. That's a good question. I went through business-wise, I went through the jungle. I mean, I came down here. Wholesaling in Houston and Texas in general is saturated, meaning it's a mess ton of people doing the same thing. So
absolutely.
I went through the jungle, and meaning like I'm paying for all these random mentorships and paying for this because it takes money to make money, right? And people know that, so they'll utilize it to be like, offer you these services that really won't help you. So I'm still paying off like 2 different loans that I took out on mentorships that I thought was going to help me crack some deals, and it didn't. It's just a money grab. So I mean, yeah, I'd say real estate wise and business, get you just a person who's done it before and utilize him and his knowledge rather than seeking out and paying people. You know, so if somebody,
so you would undo that part, like
I would not,
like your resources and stuff.
11 bands. I would not pay 11 band. I really want to put the company on blast. Can you do that in this interview?
You low-key can. You can put them on blast. Because why would you ever?
I'm a good businessman. Look.
Okay, we're going to keep it cute. We're going to keep it cute.
I'm not going to do it.
But just know.
But it's basically a website that said that they would create a whole website for you and...
Wait, they scammed you?
No, they didn't scam me.
It wasn't giving.
It takes money to make money. Like,
I understand that it takes money to make money, but it also don't take a long
It's such a long story. It's such a long story. The gist of it is they offered to make you a website and pretty much run a marketing campaign, like pay-per-click marketing. So then people who are trying to sell their homes, they'll see the ad and they'll come to you, essentially. Okay. But end of the day, you got Fortune 500 companies doing the same thing. So you got me and my little $5,000, and it adds up to like $50 to $75 a day. And just the ads that you see on Instagram, that's like, it's money every day just coming out of your account. And these big companies got hundreds of thousands of dollars to spend on marketing, and I got $5.
And they still taking your little.
So I came out. So on top of the paying me $11 to get in the mentorship, I came out another $3,000 in just 1 month on these leads that no one clicked on, and I'm still paying for it monthly.
Okay,
Alpha Media, screw y'all.
He put you on blast.
Alpha Media.
Because why would y'all do
like
that?
Nah, they don't offer any help to you.
It's the rich
the owner is a guy named Courtney, some black guy, you know, a great guy, but no, it's just not a good business model. If you want to be successful in real estate, just get you someone who's done it before. Utilize their
like a mentor kind of thing, yeah.
Right, exactly. And if they truly care about you, they ain't gonna charge you.
T, clock that.
But I will shout out one mentorship.
Who?
My boy Thatch. He is one dude. Yes, he does charge for mentorships and to help you out, but he does give a lot of knowledge and a lot of knowledge. And he's a guy with millions of followers, and he's still responding to me.
Okay, shout out to him.
Shout out that.
We love people that are humble, even though they're at the top.
Yeah.
Anyways, with all of that, because going to Houston, like moving to Houston, because we're both not even natives from here, it is definitely hard to get yourself on your feet. The first few months, like you were saying, like your car will definitely get broken into. You will have a flat tire eventually. You would get towed eventually. Like all of that shit happened. I know that happened to you. It definitely happened to me. Like it's rough out here. So with that being said, our last little snippet before we go to commercials. What's the difference between being broke in Houston and then like getting to the spot where you feel like you got money in Houston?
It's night and day difference, I will say. I mean, if everyone got their own emotion, right? So everyone's got some type of money. If you are broke in Houston, it's gonna show.
Well, I feel like low key, it won't show in Houston.
Niggas do be mad.
Like they put up a front.
Do we cuss on you?
Yeah.
Okay. Niggas do be masking.
They be putting up a facade.
Flashy. If you got a big, diamond chain, I mean, he got money. Regardless, like if you got money in Houston.
Do you think it makes a difference?
Absolutely. You'll get women. I'm sorry, but the majority of women in Houston that are just want a man to provide.
They still get their own bread, or they don't.
Who?
The girls.
It depends. Most of them no. Most of them they're waiting for someone to provide for them. And they want a man.
So you as a man feel the societal pressure that you have to have money.
Ain't no pressure for me. Shit. I've never had a problem with that category. Sure. If you want me to provide which I can, you provide. Yes, you look good, absolutely. What else? What else you got?
Okay.
Are you ambitious? Do you handle your business? Are you independent? Are you taking care of yourself? Like, there's a lot of questions.
Do you think that's hard to find out here in Houston though? Like, because I feel like out here it's really hard to pick somebody from the crowd that ain't chasing clout.
It depends on the circle you in. I was bartending, right? So you know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the baddies, the top of the line baddie, big, just juicy. Like, I'm seeing all that, right?
But all that aside, I'm saying that they have shit like in their brain.
90% of them no.
Oh, that's
90% of them no. No, 90%. And I'm not saying all. Houston got a lot of people in the city. It's just, it's just a different.
It's a party city.
It is a party city, but it's just different. But you will. There's diamonds in the rough everywhere. You will find you a woman who is bad as hell, and like, what's the word? Bad as hell and humble.
Humble, educated.
Humble. But 95% of them, they bad. And the dudes in Houston go trick on you every time. They go, like, it's hard to be bad living in Houston and not get a big head because the niggas gonna give you a big head because we gonna trick on you.
Oh, Lord.
Me, though. I'm just different. I got 3 sisters, and the one thing about having 3 sisters, you can't get played by no. You just know. You just grew up around it, so you know. And so you just get used to it. But I love Houston, though. It's great. You come down to Houston, you're going to have a great time.
I don't know if I love it, but it's tolerable. I'll get used to it. It's only been a year for me, so. But we're going to run to commercials really quickly, and then we'll be right back. Honey, Let's Talk on Afrovibes TV, and AJ's on here. We'll see you later. Hi, welcome back to Honey Let's Talk on Afrovibes TV. I'm Cami and I'm here with AJ. And before we went on commercials, we were just talking about how it was living in Houston, being broke versus not being broke, the different people that we have. We could continue going on to the conversation that we had before, how like you were talking about how, there's a plethora.
Truth.
There's a plethora of females out here and a plethora of niggas as well, but it is really, really hard to pinpoint people that actually got shit. Let me not put it this way, like got shit going for them, but like actually like doing more than what the average person is doing. Like, just being a party person, getting tricked on and all that other shit. Like, let's just go back into that, go deeper into that. Like
where you want to go with this?
Okay, so I was saying earlier that dating in Houston is absolute shit. And I think the reason is because I feel like people are just so worried about chasing the clout and worried about what everybody thinks of them. And it's really hard to find a genuine personality. Like, I feel like everybody's personality is based off of social media and like how many likes you get, and if this so-and-so person is a Fashion Nova ambassador and this person does all this extra shit. I just feel like it's really hard to find somebody that you actually can get to know and fuck with outside of all that other shit. Like, people just look for people that have the clout because they know they either gonna get tricked on or... What are your opinions on that? Like,
well, they have some strong thoughts about this. I mean, like I said, what you want to hear? Because
the truth. Tell the people the truth. You've been here longer than me. You've been here like a year longer.
I've got a lot of experience in this category.
Would you cuff someone from out here? Like,
I am not biased. I don't care if you're from China, Russia, or Africa. If you got a good personality, you're genuine, you got shit together, and you're caring, whatever, and you fit,
Okay, so what's it? Okay, we have 5 things. What's your top 5 things that you're looking in somebody when you're trying to...
I didn't know we was getting in a relationship in this conversation. I was like, I thought it was more business, but I think she's switching it up.
Listen, it goes where it goes. It goes where it goes. I'm just talking about Houston in general. I'm not talking about no lovey-dovey shit. I'm talking about Houston in general. What are the 5 things that you look in somebody when you're trying to, like... I feel like it's just in Houston. It's just hard. Like I the 5 things that I look in
man,
somebody is just I cannot find it.
And this is what I'm gonna tell to the people. All right, and this is what I tell my sisters every week. So I feel like people just don't get it. Women and men, focus on what you gotta do. Focus on your shit. I promise you, if you focus on your shit and prioritize what you got going on, that other shit is gonna come. I promise you. I promise you. If you stop trying to find a man and I need a man by this, I need kids by this date. Like, no, you're going to settle for something so you can you can achieve that goal that you set. No, focus on what you got going on. If you got a business, focus on it. Lock in.
And somebody will kind of trickle their way.
It'll happen, bro. I'm telling you, it's just gonna happen. If you want to just just don't settle for nothing.
I feel like that's a nigga mentality. I feel like
you're right.
Us as females, like we have like our timeline. We like, okay, by 26 I need to be here. By 28 I need to be here in life, and by 30 I need to be married with kids.
And I understand that. Women, I feel like with women it is a little bit more pressure per se, but. Focus on your shit.
Yeah, I see just every day that the more you grow, it's going to be more evident that it's not realistic to put timestamps on shit.
If you want to have kids by 30, and you would have waited one more year, you would have reached your dream man. If you waited one more year, 30 would. Now you settled with this whatever. Like, just focus on what matters, bro. Like,
that makes sense. I've been a little bit more go with the flow, float with the wind.
That's how it's supposed to happen.
But I will not be a geriatric baby mother. I'm definitely having kids before 33, or it's not happening. Like that's the one timestamp I will stand on.
Man.
But not you.
I have biased opinions on certain topics. Well, not biased. I'd say it just wouldn't be. It probably
unpopular opinions. You mean?
Yeah, or whatever you want to call it. That's why I keep some of my personal ideals to myself. But that's the only advice I could give you, and that's what I give to anybody, especially people I care about.
Just do you.
Take care of what you got going on, and I promise you, everything of that extracurricular BS, it's gonna come, and it's on you when it does come, not to fuck it up. I promise you, because that is gonna come, right? And it's not gonna come as a certain man that you that you want him to look like, or the shorty that you want her to look like. But she will have your best interest in heart. She will care about you. She care about your family. She care about your goals, aspirations. Don't fuck it up. That's on you.
And that's that. Words of AJ.
That's it.
Don't fuck it up. You want shit to work? Don't fuck it up.
You pray about it. If you pray about it, it's gonna come.
Yeah.
And when it comes, and if it doesn't look like the person that you want it to, that's on you. Fuck it up. You gotta have the maturity, realize what you got, and keep
accountability.
Exactly.
Okay, now we're going to the part of the show where I do my little confessional game, and it's called Honey, Let's Clock It. Oh. I did it with Cami in the last episode. Listen, I'm gonna clock you.
I'm sorry.
No more of that.
It's business.
This business.
You in real estate, you understand that you work. If you in real estate, you understand work don't start till 8 p.m.
He work a 9 to 5, but it's 9 to
right. It's like 9 to 9.
It's 9 to whatever.
I'm not confined to any office or no desk, but if somebody's hit you up at 9:30 to sell their crib, you better answer that phone.
Damn.
You better answer it.
Listen, it's 7 p.m.
I got 2 phones.
What's it called? Toes curled in my bed. Do not be hitting my phone up about no business shit. I'm sorry. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Honey, let's clock it. I'm about to ask him a whole bunch of confessionals, and he's going to answer truthfully. Then I'm going to go and piggyback off of that and answer my truth. And then you only get 2 plead the fifths. It's 10 questions, but you can only plead the fifth 2 times. Are you okay?
I spilled some shit in my eye. I'm bullshitting.
Going through it, yeah.
I had a long day at work, and
I appreciate him.
He came. Shot in my system.
He came after work.
Take a shot before the shoot.
We took a shot. Yeah, we had some liquid courage. He came straight out for work, so I appreciate you for that. Because that traffic was treacherous.
Terrible.
And it's very chilly outside.
Come on, what we got? Come on.
Yeah, let's get started with these questions because it's looking like you ducking. But first confessional question. What is your biggest turnoff?
I'm guessing we talking about females.
I mean, it could be in general. Like, it could just be a general turnoff. Like, do you want me to go first?
Go ahead. Yeah,
my biggest turnoff is over-promising and under-delivering. So, if you're going to talk that talk and yap that yap, and then you not finna follow through and actually do what you're saying, man, watch out. Like, it's not happening.
You're talking more relationship-wise.
I'm just saying, that's in general. Like, if I'm in a business and the business is saying, you could get hired and this is what we do and this is blah, and then I start working there and it's not giving what it's supposed to give, like, that's a turn off. In a person, that's a turn off. Like, it's not no relationship shit. It's just a regular turn off. Like, that's just a way to turn me off.
My biggest turn off. That's a tough question too. I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm trying to make it turn off in life and relationship wise, I guess.
Don't make it too hard on yourself. It's like, what gives you the ick?
Truthfully,
okay, just think about like what gives you the ick. Like, what does if something was to happen and you were just like, ugh.
I guess somebody who, and this is kind of who I used to be, somebody who expects something to just happen naturally. Like you're supposed to be here in 4 years, but you're not working towards it. But you don't put that extra effort in to go do it.
Okay, so that gives you
I guess that's my biggest turn off is somebody who is like a beggar, like an asker, like always got their hand out but never put the work in.
Oh, so you could never be a trick.
And
you can never be a fucking trick.
I ain't used to always be like that. I used to be one of those. Like I always try and cut corners and stuff like that.
For it to happen,
right? I feel like football kind of humbled me in that way. I was always athletic. I was always big. Always had that it factor, that what you needed. But I was like, okay, when I was a freshman, I was like, okay, by senior year, I'm going crazy.
Okay.
But I didn't do nothing. I mean, I did, but I didn't do more. You know what I mean? And from the words of Paul Chris, it ain't just gonna fucking happen.
Okay.
It ain't just gonna fucking happen. As he said that all the time, and I never really resonated it until I had like certain real estate goals, and nothing. It hasn't happened unless I really took that extra step to make it happen. So that's about it.
Okay, we're gonna get a little bit messy. We're gonna get a little bit messy. Since you want a better question? All right, we're gonna get. You ever had a threesome? I have.
I thought this was business.
You can only plead the fifth twice. It's a yes or a no question. So yes. Okay.
Come on.
When was the last time you lied? These are confessionals. You're supposed to tell the truth.
I promise you.
Fuck business. We already got the business out of the way.
Last time I lied.
This is some it's honey, let's clock it. Okay?
I lied today. Ooh. Last time I lied was probably a couple hours ago. It was a property business. I lie all the time business. It was a property. This dude was selling it for like $500,000. And I told him I was gonna $500,000 just a little bit over my.
You told him you were gonna get it for
my price range. He thought I was buying it myself. I wasn't trying to buy it. I was trying to wholesale it. So I said I had it. I ain't got it.
Last time I lied.
Maybe, but like I ain't gonna $100,000, like nigga.
I lied.
These are vague questions. Like, come on.
The last time I lied when I said I wasn't.
Oh, when you were late to the meeting. I was like 45 minutes away from this location, and I think you was like, what, 15?
That's not what we mean. That's not what we mean by honey, let's clock it. Okay, that's not what we mean by honey, let's clock it. Okay, we clocking something else.
Next question. I'm not pleading the
because fifth. In the last episode, I definitely said out of 2025 was being late.
The fifth.
Okay, cool.
Whatever you want. I'm not pleading.
Okay.
We're not wilding out. I'm not pleading.
All right, what's your favorite body part on a person?
You ain't right. Ass. Next.
Ooh.
On a person. Oh, wait.
No. Okay. I think mine.
You gotta be more.
You already got your turn.
You gotta be more specific.
You already got your turn.
Because for real.
Like, what did I ask?
What's your favorite body part on a person?
Oh, my favorite body part.
Like I think girl. So I said ass.
Well, I like both. So on a girl, lips, and then on a nigga, his back. Yeah, the back kind of look good.
Next question, man.
What's the worst advice you've gotten recently?
Worst advice?
I don't like that one, actually.
I don't like that.
Scratch that one. Okay. Do you have any fetishes?
I like to hear people eat.
That is one of my icks. You like to hear people eat?
Let's go through these. I want to get through these. Like all these questions.
Okay, I have a fetish.
Tell you.
Oh no, I have a fetish. I like watching people eat noodles.
There you go. Kind of same as.
But I don't like hearing them eat like the.
Sorry.
Next question. This is one I got off of Google. Do you think it's okay to live with somebody even though you don't intend to see a future with them? Well, in the actual question, I just like
if that's what you gotta do to get out of your situation, then okay.
I wouldn't fucking do it. Well,
if that's what you gotta do to get out of your situation, I mean it's I'm strong on utilize your resources.
See, I don't think I would do that because whether you're a friend or a partner, if you're not going to be my lifelong friend, I don't know if I'm gonna. Well, probably not. I wouldn't live with somebody if I didn't see nothing going in the future.
You got another question?
You have a question for me, sir?
You have another one? Cause
I can get juicy. You have to put a thumb in the butt.
What kind of talk show? Like,
listen, look, it's Honey. Let's clock it. He's not trying to clock no tea.
What's the question?
I already asked all 10 questions.
You got another one?
No. Do you have one? All right, that was it for the confessional game because
please. Do we have another segment? Look,
he wasn't really clocking it. He wasn't clocking it.
I had a mindset of coming here to talk business, a little bit of extracurricular activity. Next thing you know, I'm talking about booty,
and that's just how Honey Let's Talk works because
is there another
No, that's it.
Okay, well, I'm not done. I would like to say a couple things.
Okay, go ahead. Tell the people how you are. What you do.
That has anything to do with
Okay, we about to wrap it up anyway, so go ahead.
My final statement.
Go ahead. Say your final thoughts.
I would say, look, if you got a lane, if you have a goal, right? You want to be an athlete. You want to be a model. You want to be a businessman, whatever. Prioritize it and just put that work in and go do it. I mean, I feel like in our way of life, Instagram and all that just toxic shit is what's fucking up like your motion and like
the authenticity of
you need to
your life.
Right. You don't get drowned. You can't get drowned in none of that, man. At the end of the day, I feel like it always gets back into the relationship. At the end of the day, none of that like toxic stuff has nothing to do like in 5, 10 years or 15 years, what's Instagram and social media going to be? Like I'm sure there'll be a whole nother app like that the younger generation like crazes over.
They trying to shut TikTok off.
Exactly. Like there's always right now it's one thing, but it's gonna be the next. Y'all remember Kick? You remember Kick? Right.
I was Kick. Yo, when
same thing with clothing styles.
Text me.
Same thing with clothing styles. Like all this.
But it always comes back around. I think like the '90s style came back. All of that.
There's no longevity, is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, what matters in life is like family and how are you going to provide for you and your family.
Yeah.
Prioritize your goals, prioritize what you want to do, and I promise you all the extracurricular shit is gonna just come naturally. I promise you.
In summary, if it won't affect you in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes on it.
Okay, I guess so.
That's my motto. I live by that motto. If it won't affect me in 5 years, I'm not gonna dwell on it for more than 5 minutes because in reality, what is it really doing to your life to affect you that heavily? But
I would say that.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's basically the summary. That's what I live off of.
Don't
hold grudges. Don't hold hate in your heart. Just if it won't affect you in 5 years, if you see yourself in 5 years from now and you say this issue that I'm upset about right now or that I'm overthinking right now, is it going to affect me in 5 years? And if you don't see that ever affecting you, or it just is so little that it don't even cross your mind, then you let it go in 5 minutes. You could dwell on it for 5 minutes. You could get angry. You could scream. You could crash out. But after 5 minutes, if it's not affecting you after 5 years, there's no reason to even be mad about it anymore.
I agree with that. I completely agree.
I'm glad.
And the last.
Oh, he got shit to say.
I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
The last. The last thing. You don't let me forget what I was gonna say. The last thing.
Think quick, because we gotta.
Oh shit. The last thing I'm gonna say is obviously focus on your shit, right? But at the end of the day, what matters most? Like what is the most important to you? And just get it done. If you want to be successful, don't ever compare yourself to what somebody else has got going on. And especially don't compare it on like a social media app. Like you see somebody flexing and whips and cheese. You don't know what's going on. You don't understand the backstory.
Where their priorities are at.
You don't know how he got there. Just because you 25 and another dude's 25 and he got a rich $1 million, you ain't got nothing, like, you just have to, you have to really have like a fish mentality with certain things. Because I really feel like this day and age, everyone's paying attention to what other people got going on. I mean, I can even say it myself. I feel like I post a lot of kind of flashy, stuff and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's, think about it as motivation less than anything else. Focus on what you got to do. Don't care about what nobody else got going on. Next thing you know, people going to be like looking at you. You know what I mean?
They're just going to gravitate towards you. The people that your energy is going to attract people that want to gravitate towards your energy, that have the similar energy that you have. So
stay locked in. Stay focused.
Stay locked in.
Don't get sucked.
2025. Stay locked in.
Let's get it in, man. Let's get it in. Instagram AJ_. If you want to lock in, if you want to tap into what's going on, man, we flipping properties. We going crazy.
Business.
If you want to join the team,
hit him up.
DM me. I promise you, I'm gonna help you out. I am a mentor. I will help you out. I ain't gonna charge you $1.
And
but just put that work in. I promise you, I'm gonna help you out. That's all.
That's all. That's it. That's all. So thank you guys for tuning in to Honey Let's Talk on Afrovibes TV. Again, I'm your host, Cami. Thank you, AJ, for coming out, being a guest for my show. Stay tuned. Next week we'll have another episode. But for now, I'll see y'all later.